सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगणा ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरकृषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Can I be made the co-host? Normally in material circle they say आज पहला class है. Today's first class we will not teach anything. No, today's first class we will teach everything. That is attitude of Vaishnavas. So thank you all very much for registering and coming to this course. So let's begin right away, and as and when we go through this course, we will keep interacting. So we welcome you all to Bhakti Rasamrta Sindhu course. Hari Bol! And personally speaking, I am very excited to be presenting this course for all of you. This is something which I really had a dream to do. The first time I read Bhakti Rasamrta Sindhu verse wise, and that time I really felt that one day I really wish to take these classes for 100 odd serious devotees. And today is the day. 3rd of June 2024 is the day where the dream is coming true. So I'll be disabling the Krishna, Hare Krishna. Technology boon or bane? That's what happened. It's a boon and a bane, somehow, unfortunately. So we lost our connection. We are back. So we'll go to the dedication. नाना शास्त्र विचारणैक निपुणौ सद्धर्म संस्थापकौ लोकानां त्रिभुवने मान्यौ शरण्याकरौ राधा कृष्ण पदारविन्द भजना नन्देन मत्तालिकौ वन्दे रूप सनातनौ रघुयुगौ Shri Jiva Gopalakam. So this is a beautiful prayer from the Shada Goswami Ashtakam composed by Srinivas Acharya. So he's offering obeisances to the 6 Goswamis, namely Rup Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath, Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Das Raghunath. What did they do? Nana Shastra Vicharaneka. They brought in different scriptures and they thoroughly contemplated, meditated, And using their beautiful, wonderful intelligence, Krishna given intelligence, Sadharma Samstapakau, they established the true principles of eternal religion. For what? Lokanam, for the people in general. Hitakarino, for benefiting them, as a service to all of us. Lokanam includes all of us. Yes. Tribhuvane, yes, all the three words. So Goswami's literatures are not just read in India or in this world, it's read all over the three worlds. We need to understand this. So everybody, the whole three worlds, manyo, they accept it, and sharanya karo, they take shelter of this teachings of the six Goswamis. So we are very fortunate to be studying this particular scripture of the Nectar of Devotion. I'll be very quick. First, introduction of the writer. The writer is Srila Rupa Goswami. He's called the Rupa Goswami Prabhupada. He's the leader of the six Goswamis, who was formerly known as he's known as Sakkar Malik. Dabbir Khas and Sakkar Malik. Sakkar Malik is Sanatan Goswami. He was Dabbir Khas. He was the home minister. So they belong to a Saraswat Brahman family, but they were forced by Nawab Hussain Shah to accept government job. Otherwise, they will execute the Hindus. So they accepted and they were ostracized, or they were removed from the Brahman community. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is known as Mahavadanyaya. He accepted Haridas Thakur from a Mohammedan family and made him Namacharya. Similarly, he accepted these two brothers who were ostracized from the Brahman society, Rup and Sanatan, and gave them Vrindavan as their land. As Prabhu Datta Desh, you stay in Vrindavan and you do this activity of writing the scriptures, establishing temples, making standards for deity worships of Radha Krishna, and finally excavating the holy places. Do these four services for the humanity. So especially right now, we are focusing on the writings of the Goswamis. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu elevates everybody. In fact, everybody can become a Goswami, like Rupa and Sanatan, following in their footsteps, provided we accept the teachings of Nectar of Devotion. So that's the power. We can become Goswamis. So Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first time met Rupa and Sanatan, who were that time Dabbir Khas and Sakkar Malik. Before that, the names were Amar and Santosh. Amar Santosh became Dabbir Khas Sakkar Malik. He met them in Malda, very close from here. On the way, when we were coming from Calcutta to Mayapur, we saw Malda. So there is a place called Ramakeri. And that is when they decided that we'll resign from the government job and join Chaitanya full time. So Rupa Goswami was the first to resign. So he had a Rupa formula. The Rupa formula is something which we struggle to follow today. 50% of his wealth was distributing to Krishna conscious person, namely Brahmanas and Vaishnavas. 25% wealth to relatives and 25% wealth for emergency expenditure for oneself. So this is how one should actually spend one's earned wealth, hard-earned wealth. The wealth has to be spent like this. So Rupa Goswami then met, after retirement, he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Prayagraj. And on the Dasha Ashwamedha Ghat, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for 10 days instructed Rupa Goswami in Abhideya Gyan from Bhagavatam. And this is the very, very importance of note taking. So whatever notes Rupa Goswami made and he took from Mahaprabhu's teachings, he elaborated them in his Bhakti Shastras. So thus, all of you also, you requested to please make very good notes. Then you can elaborate it to your counselees, disciples, and so many of them. So please make good notes, right? Make full benefit of this. Later on, Rupa Goswami, he collected all the profound teachings. Yes, there are two things that we have to understand. He collected all teachings and gave Goswami literature, but especially the Srimad Bhagavatam. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is called as Amala Mahaprabhu, and Bhagavatam is called as Amala Mahapuran. So Amala Mahaprabhu, Amal Mahapuran, both of them together, the experience that he had of Bhagavatam. What is Bhagavatam? Bhagavatam is containing this Bhakti Ras, which is like nectar, and it's ocean. So Bhakti Rasamrta Sindhu. So Bhakti Rasamrta Sindhu. That is the experience that Rupa Goswami had after he relished Srimad Bhagavatam. That's what experience comes out as Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, that oceanic experience. Is so much overflowing that he wants to write and he wants to spread it to the world. And we all, it's all the more important for all of us to read this book, because this book, number one, is the book of Rupa Goswami, and we are called as Rupanugas by Prabhupada. And Prabhupada called NOD as the law book of ISKCON. The Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, NOD is law book of ISKCON, and Prabhupada personally writes, persons engaged in the Krishna consciousness movement may take advantage of this great literature and be solidly situated in Krishna consciousness. You will become solid devotees if you read NOD. One of the lectures of Prabhupada mentions that I want all initiated devotees to read the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, NOD, every day. And those who are not initiated, of course, you are aspiring for initiation, right? So we are also supposed to read NOD every single day. That's our duty. Next. So very nicely Prabhupada has explained. He is the first Acharya, because most of them would explain Bhakti as devotion. But Prabhupada especially made it devotional service. Correct? People do so many services in this world, but that is not devotional service, that is mundane service. And every service that you do, why are you able to do service? Service is painful, yes or no? How many of you say service is paid? It's painful to serve. It's painful. The mothers are serving the children. It's painful. Yes, you're serving the company. It's painful. Service is automatically, naturally embedded with a lot of pain. Without pain, there cannot be service. Anybody cooking in the kitchen, it's painful. Yes, you have to bear the heat in summer. Sometimes you may get back pain. You have to keep stirring. It's so much of endurance required. It's painful. Correct? But still one is able to go through that pain. Why? Because he is experiencing some rasa. There is some kind of magical thing that is experiencing, because of which he is continuing to serve and he is not quitting. And that experience is called, that force which drives a person to commit to a service is called as rasa. So the materialistic people, they're able to go on. Like our Prime Minister Modi, it is said he sleeps only for 4 hours. 4 घंटा सोते हैं. And he never takes breaks between his work. Whenever he wants to take a break, he says he changes the work. Okay, change the service, but no breaks. What is this? This is also rasa. Okay, it has been observed that few devotees are not starting their videos. This is not acceptable. You have to start the videos in order to be in the meeting. Otherwise, after 2 minutes, I don't know what will happen to you. मैं कुछ नहीं करूंगा. The coordinators will do the magic. गायब करने का magic. So please be there. You're watching. So rasa. Similarly, bhakti is that rasa. So much rasa. It's different from the mundane rasa. It is a special kind of rasa which makes one forget the material rasa altogether. It makes one forget sense gratification. Makes one forget everything of this world. So there's a particular. So some people can call it nasha. There's no problem. Rasa is also one nasha, which is something we should aspire for. So this is rasa. Bhakti rasa. So material rasa means what? Bhog tyag. It is having the nature of bhog tyag. Somebody will go for the rasa for some time and then get bored. Then he says, I'm never going to come here again. Yes. How many of us get bored very fast? Yeah, we get bored with matter. Matter doesn't matter. We get bored fast. And after you get bored, imagine a person is going to a particular eatery joint to eat something. So you like a samosa in a joint, just an example. You eat samosa 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4th time, 5th time, and then boring. Then and 5th, 6th time you eat, thoo, ये भी कुछ है क्या? I will never come to this place again. फिर से कभी नहीं, इधर पैर भी नहीं रखूंगा. And he doesn't go there for some time. And then after that, अरे फिर से मन कर रहा है. Again the person will go there because he has no other choice. It happens. So material rasa is characterized by bhog and tyag, which means he enjoys for some time and then gives it up because he has nothing else to do, no higher taste. So that is bhog tyag. The second characteristic of material rasa is chapala sukha. Chapala sukha means flickering happiness. You don't get happiness continuously. You get happiness which is flickering. Example, I'll give you an example, graphic example. Imagine you're sitting in a room, okay, and the tube light, you switch on the tube light, and the tube light, some people get headache. बंद करो भाई इसको. बंद करेंगे तो लाइट नहीं आएगा. चलाएंगे तो सिर दर्द होगा. What to do? We are stuck. So that is the reason of bhog tyag. Again, have you seen some fans? They make such sound. बाप रे, नहीं चाहिए भाई fan. गर्मी लग रही है. fan चाहिए, but you switch on the fan, rang, rang, trang, tack, 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 somebody's beating you on the head. भाई बंद करो fan. Ah, shanti. But again you start sweating. So what you do? You switch on the fan again. Dang, 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 बस नहीं off करो. नहीं थोड़ा switch on करो. This is what the bhog tyag is. Flickering happiness leads to the bhog tyag. It's flickering. थोड़ा देता है लेकिन उसके साथ बहुत कुछ मिलता है. So material rasa means it is sweet rice mixed with sand particles. Swaha. Somebody's put nice sand particles in the sweet rice. Khaiye kheer, Prabhuji, kheer. You take the kheer, pani, pani. He's not able to bear. So the sweetness he's tasting, but it's punctuated with so much of sand particles and suffering. Wasn't better? I mean, छोड़ दो. लेकिन भूख लगी है, खाना भी तो पड़ेगा. So again he takes. So this keeps going on, right? This keeps going on, and very, very unfortunate. So this is how person is stuck in mundane rasa because of, and everything, political, social, national, international, humanitarian, all these things come under mundane rasa only. And you will find that this flickering pleasure, chapala sukh, and this bhog tyag will be there. On the other hand, bhakti rasa is characterized as so we studied what is bhakti, devotional service, and every service should have a rasa, and rasa of this bhakti rasa is amrita. It doesn't get finished with life. There are different kinds of pleasures in this world. Yes, there are some pleasures which are physical pleasures. Physical pleasures remain till the time you are in contact with this, the senses are in contact with sense object. Till that time, physical pleasures remain. Take a gulab jamun. I know it's Ekadashi, sorry, but what to do? I can't help but give this example. And you put it on the tongue. Ah, seeing gulab jamun doesn't give you rasa. Seeing gulab jamun agitates you further. Chahiye. But you put it on the tongue. Ah, there is pleasure. But as soon as the gulab jamun goes inside, the pleasure is finished. This is physical pleasure. So physical pleasure dies out immediately as soon as the contact between sense and sense object is broken. Then let's look at mental pleasure. Mental pleasure is by music, movies. So you watch a movie, oh, that kick of the movie remains for some more time. You even dream about those scenes. You impersonate with the protagonist in the movie. A song, you listen to some song, yes, oh song, still you keep somebody's humming even next day in the bathroom. He's humming the song, he's singing that lyrics. So that mental pleasure remains for some more time, right? But even that fades out, it dies. Then comes intellectual pleasure. Intellectual pleasure is like cracking a competitive exam, UPSC, IIT, CAT, BAT, MAT, GMAT, DAT, dog, all these things. He cracks all these exams and he's like, I'm so great. Or even in company, somebody, is a programmer. He's able to write a code for such a wonderful, excellent program. Or somebody's got patent in a company. He's creating a revolution which is going to save crores for the company. That gives an intellectual kick. That remains for some time. Or a student getting a first rank in the class. That is an intellectual kick which may remain for a few months. But even that dies. On the other hand, once the intellectual kick is got, a person is under a lot of performance pleasure after that. He's under a lot of performance pressure, a lot of pressure to perform. In fact, that it becomes miserable. Next, there are egoistic pleasure. Egoistic pleasure lasts for one life. Now somebody is a black belt in karate. For whole life he's black belt. It doesn't go away. Now somebody is, got a chess champion award. He's a world-class chess champion. Yes, he's for the whole life. Somebody is Sangeet Visharad in the field of singing. Yes, that's a degree one has got for the whole life. So these are all egoistic pleasure, which lasts for life, but even they die. But it's the pleasure of bhakti, which is amrita. This lasts. Everything else dies in this world, but this exists eternally. Yes, the mellow relished in the bhakti relished, it rise eternally. It goes beyond the life. So we have all not yet tasted this. We have all tasted perverted reflection. Something bhakti abhas rasa we have tasted. We have not tasted the real rasa. Because the real rasa is ananda mudi vardhanam. It constantly increases. Right? That is amrita. Yeah. So amrita also, the second meaning of amrita which Prabhupada says is you have done bhakti, you will at least guarantee get a human body and you can continue bhakti in that life. Correct? Neha bhikramana shosti pratyavayona vidyate. Swalpam api asya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. At least your human body. Correct? So the effect is permanent. On the other hand, in this world, you accumulate wealth. You are a multi-billionaire in this world. Next life, you take birth, your bank balance is zero again. In this life, somebody may be triple PhD, 4 PhD degrees, but next life you start with Baba Black Sheep, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. It's gone back to square one. But Bhakti is not like that. If somebody has made an advancement of 20-25%, you'll start with 21-26% in the next life. So that is Amrita nature of Bhakti. All right. Results of Bhakti. Now, this is something which are the 6 characteristics of Bhakti. We are going to study this when we go through the Bhakti Rasamrta. This is just a preface. I'm just giving an introduction. So the results are 6 in number. Kleshagni, Shubhada, Sandrananda Visheshatma, Moksha Lagunakrit, Sudurlabha, Krishna Akarshani. The 6 characteristics. Don't worry, we will in detail we'll be discussing this. So Bhakti, immediately what happens as a result of Bhakti is senses are purified. And Bhakti process is done with impure senses initially, but the senses get purified by Bhakti, and when that purified senses engage in Krishna's service, that produces Bhakti Rasa life. Yes, Bhakti Rasa comes when you engage in devotional service with purified senses. And how to purify senses? Bhakti only. Amazing, right? You don't have to do anything separate to purify your senses. That is the result. And eventually, so beginning of Bhakti starts with Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. Do not worry, all this will be covered in our course. Vaidhi Sadhana is performed under able spiritual master. And eventually one comes to the platform of Raga Bhakti, spontaneous devotion service. Now Vaidhi means a person is doing Bhakti. We'll see this in detail. Because Guru is telling, because Shastra is telling, because I am supposed to do. That's Vaidhi Bhakti. But Raga Bhakti means there is nobody telling him to do Bhakti. Spontaneous. That's called as Raga Bhakti. Also at the same time, if you see, there's one more meaning to. Now, one devotee was asked a question, what is the difference between Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti and Raganuga Bhakti? So, the devotee said, if you wake up before the alarm clock, that's called Raga Bhakti. You wake up after alarm clock, it's called as Sadhana Bhakti. Which means one needs an alarm to wake up. Other fellow gets a Mangalarti. He's just running and going for that. He's very eager, spontaneously eager for chanting, for Mangalarti, associating with Vaishnavas. Yes. Similarly, I wanted to say in similar lines, a devotee who turns on video without being told. Okay, fine. Idea, you get the point. Coming back. Next. So it's very important. The missing point is we have to repose our loving tendency in Krishna. Everybody has a tendency to do 2 things. Sanatan Dharma. The Sanatan Dharma is loving and serving Krishna. So everybody loves someone. Everybody serves someone in this world. This is obvious. You have to love and serve somebody in this world. If you don't have anybody to love and serve, fellow will go to a pet shop, buy a dog and serve the dog. Yes, he'll be loving and serving the dog, giving name Tommy, Moni, like these names he'll go and he'll be feeding the dog. Come on, I'll take you out to walk. That's how he'll serve the dog. So there's no choice. Somebody has to serve. So the reposement of the serving has to be done with Krishna. Only then you enjoy the life. Yeah. So in this world also you see love. Child loves parents, then brothers, sisters, then begins to love family, society, community, country, nation, humanity. But loving propensity will never be satisfied. Till the time we learn to love Krishna. That is the only missing point in this world. There is nothing missing in this world except loving Krishna. This is what we have to train people to do. The Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is actually teaching Hare, 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 I'm able to see all of your heads. Suddenly you appeared. Mahamantra got over, you all appeared. It is said you can understand Bhakti only with cool head. So how many of you are having? First you show head, then I will see whether it's cool or not. Head will be seen only when you turn on videos. Right? So you are all having cool head, so you should Shanti se padna chahiye. That's what is the qualification Prabhupada says. So I don't know cool head or no cool head, but I can tell you one thing, have smiling face. while doing the postmass. You don't feel like smiling, I don't give a joke, no problem. He's smiling अच्छे से. Mood अच्छा, तुरंत अच्छा हो जाएगा mood. And you will get cool head. Try it, all of you. Just smile. You just smile. See, all of you looking so amazing, smiling. I feel like taking a photograph. You just have this, you will automatically have a cool head. This is the necessary quality. I'm not making it up. It's Prabhupada who's saying. This is a necessary qualification. That's why we told no multitasking. ये मैंने rule नहीं बनाया, प्रभुपाद ने बनाया. See, cool head, Prabhupada, understanding it with cool head. No multitasking, keeping video on so that I can see. My head will be cool. For teaching also you need cool head. So simple and natural method to love Krishna. We will all systematically learn this. How to love Krishna. That is the only subject matter. Very easy to immediately and simultaneously love every being. You love Krishna, immediately and very easily you love everybody. And that is the subject matter of this book. It is a book of love, which is often misunderstood. Can I give an example? I like to give an example. One day, there was one brahmachari who went to my spiritual master. And what this brahmachari had done, he had taken a bread, he had applied some sauce, he had put some bengan, tomato, put cheese, put it in an oven, and gone to my spiritual master and said, Maharaj, pizza. And Maharaj saw the, he said, very nice, I like it. And Maharaj took. He said, very nice. And this devotee went and told everybody in the community, Maharaj loves pizza. Maharaj's favorite food is pizza. Pizza, pizza. And everybody who went to meet Maharaj started bringing pizza. Bapre. So everybody is bringing pizza, pizza. And Maharaj is a humble servant of everyone. He's accepting. Thank you very much for your love and all that. So one devotee finally, after 1 year, he went, Maharaj, I brought your favorite food. Maharaj said, what's that? Pizza. Maharaj said, who told you that? Said some devotee, I heard from this devotee, that devotee. Maharaj said, that's fine. Then, but Maharaj, which is your favorite food? Maharaj said, rice and dal. Achha, okay. Now, after this episode, few months later, Maharaj called for a meeting of some devotees. He called for a meeting of some devotees. And he said that I want to make the Govindas of ISKCON Chowpatty as one of the classic restaurant, vegetarian restaurant, that any sober person, sober is South Bombay, any sober person should come here to take some food. Their food means our Govinda. We should make it like that. And in order to do that, we have to, get in pizza in our cuisine. Gaurang immediately raised hand. Maharaj, it's not such a good idea to get pizza. It's not so great item. Maharaj looked at Gaurang and said, I'm not talking about the pizza that you brahmacharis give me. I'm talking about the original pizza. Maharaj said, well, I will show you what is that original pizza. So Maharaj ordered for some materials. He ordered for the right baking powder, baking soda, the white wheat, maida. He ordered for oregano, or this jalapenos, olives, mozzarella cheese, exactly what all ingredients are needed to make a pizza. He ordered for each and every one of that. He made a pizza, offered it to Gopinath, cut it, gave a piece to first to Gaurang to eat this. This is called as pizza. So similarly, the love that we know of is how? What kind of love? Bollywood. दिल तो पागल है, दिल दीवाना है, कुछ कुछ होता है, कुछ नहीं होता है, क्यों होता है? So we all learn what is love from all these things, from storybooks, from poetry, and from movies. Yes, this is all we learn. Correct? Bollywood cinema. We learn what is love from that. एक लड़का था, एक लड़की थी, दोनों मिले, दोनों को प्यार हो गया, and they lived happily, something like that. Okay, all right. So this is the conception of love that we know. But this conception of love, what we have, is a perverted love. But the origin, just like Maharaj gave the original pizza, so that is the real love which Shastras and Acharyas present to all of us. So Rupa Goswami is going to tell us what is love. Because why does Krishna come to this world? Krishna doesn't come to this world because, paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Krishna annihilates the demons, protects the devotees, establishes dharma. This happens yuga after yuga. Truth! But that's not the reason why he comes. That's something which is automatically performed. That happens. It happened automatically. Then why does Krishna come? Krishna comes for a very special cause. Yes. So Krishna actually comes to this world for प्रेमरस निर्यासन कोरिते आस्वादन रागमार्ग भक्ति लोके कोरिते प्रचारण रसिक शेखर कृष्ण परम करुण एई दुई हेतु ते इच्छार उद्गम. So Krishna's original objective to come to this world is to taste love and to teach love. That's it. To taste and teach love. This is what he comes for. In the avatar as Krishna, he basically came to taste love, majorly to taste love. He did very little teaching. Although we say Krishna Nande Jagadguru, he's a Jagadguru, he's the best teacher. And ultimately all teachers are nothing but puppets in the hand of Krishna, which is a fact. But he didn't explicitly teach love. But it was Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When he came there, he more taught love. So he is that Krishna who taught love. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate. He taught love and he distributed that love to everybody. Right? Keep smiling, then you'll have cool head. Yeah. So we are here to learn that. And that's what Rupa Goswami is teaching all of us. So nectar of devotion teaches us to love Krishna, which is like the master switch. You switch that on, everything will be brightened. Sab kuch ho jayega. Because that's the only missing point here. Alright? So whom did Prabhupada write NOD for? Of course, he had profuse compassion for people in this world. He says America is not happy, they are the richest nation, they actually need this missing point Krishna. Human civilization is getting doomed, they actually need Krishna. But more importantly, Prabhupada has written this, yes, for all of us. Correct? It's a book for all of us. The nectar of devotion is specifically presented for persons who are now engaged in Krishna conscious movement. मतलब हम सब के लिए, specifically हम सब के लिए, बाकी सब के लिए ठीक है, but specifically all of us. That's why Prabhupada has written this. So this is actually Srila Prabhupada writing a preface himself. He's an author who's written his own preface on 13th April 1970. How many years before? Many years before. So 54 years before he has written this, in Los Angeles, California. So this completes our preface. So what did we see? Quick recapitulation. We saw about the author, Rupa Goswami, how he met Mahaprabhu, and how he got the inspiration to write this literature. It was Mahaprabhu who taught and inspired him. Then we saw how Prabhupada elaborated the words Bhakti, Rasa, Amrita, and of course it's available in plenty quantity. That's why it's Sindhu. And Sindhu will be elaborated in the next unit, introduction. Correct? And then later on, there was also an explanation given here about, we discussed a lot specifically on who's the audience or the recipient of this Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. What does Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu award us? What is the result of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu? Then we discussed about what is Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, where to repose our love, which is the missing point, loving Krishna. Yes, and for whom did Prabhupada write? For all of us. So technically this was not part of the course which I intended, but it will be seriously disrespecting Prabhupada's words. That's why I took it. I spent half an hour of our time to prepare ourselves. So this was like heating the tawa, cooking karna baki hai. So all of you ready to dive into this course? I will see your readiness if you all smile and say Hari Bol in your reflective places. Thank you. So how we are going to be going about this course? Ultimately, we will be sticking to Prabhupada's words only. That is our main nourishment is Prabhupada's words. But apart from that, we will also be seeing the Sanskrit of Rupa Goswami. Because time was less, Prabhupada immediately gave a summary study. But Prabhupada truly desired to, just like he has presented Bhagavatam, Bhagavatam, shloka, then word for word, then elaborate purport to that verse. That's what Prabhupada intended. But because it was a need of the hour, he just gave a summary study. But otherwise, Prabhupada would have loved to do this. So we are going to study the shloka and Prabhupada's words associated with that. So that way we get the blessings of Prabhupada and Rupa Goswami both exclusively. So we are going to be starting the introduction of the Bhakti Rasamrta Sindhu. And I'm so very excited to start. Jai. So we are going to see the introduction. The introduction is 1.1.1 to 12. Now what is this, Prabhuji? Please don't worry. We are going to cover it in the course. What is Purva Vibhag, Prabhu? That also we will cover. Starting with invocation. So just as before we started the class, we offered prayers. Rupa Goswami also offers his prayers in the first 6 slokas before he starts his book. So first 6 slokas are the prayers which we're going to see. So this is the first sloka. You all, what you can try to do is you can try to recite along with me. Akila Rasamrta Murtihi Prasramara Ruchiruddhatara Palihi Kalita Shama Lalito Radha Preyan Vidurjayati. So Lord Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, the cause of all causes, the reservoir of all rasas or relationship, which are called neutrality, servitorship, friendship, parenthood, conjugal love, comedy, compassion, fear, chivalry, ghastliness, wonder, devastation. Anyone wants to know more about these 12 rasas? We are going to study more in detail. But anyway, you want to know more immediately, Prabhuji, kya hai? Go to Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, first chapter, third verse. In third verse, this is explained. 12 rasas. His supreme attractive form, and by his universal and transcendental attractive features, he has captivated all the gopis headed by Taraka, Palika, Shama, Lalita, and ultimately Srimati Radharani. So now one may ask a question. Hey Prabhu, where is Krishna mentioned in this verse? See, Krishna should be, see, Akila Rasamrita Murti kaun hai? Krishna hai na, so where is his name? Now, for example, you want to say Sanatan Dharma Prabhu is Brahmachari. So these two words, Sanatan Dharma Prabhu and Brahmachari, both should be there, yes or no? Imagine you only said Brahmachari. Arey Brahmachari kaun hai? Okay, teacher. Sanatan Dharma Prabhu is our teacher. Teacher, वो कौन teacher है? उसका नाम ही नहीं दिया तो कैसा है? So can you see the word Krishna here? Is there any way you have seen Krishna? So do not worry, each and every word you are going to elaborate. So Krishna is mentioned here or not? See, that is why you need to understand that you can't understand. I'll tell you, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu has been written in such a way nobody can understand it. But फिर लिखा ही क्यों उन्होंने? It was a homework given to Jiva Goswami. So Jiva Goswami writes a commentary called Durgama Sangamani. Durgama means that which is difficult to understand. Sangamani मतलब आपको मिला दूंगा उससे. So I will make it what is difficult easy to understand through my commentary. So without Jiva Goswami's commentary, you will not be able to understand Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So we are going to define. That's why Jiva is very important. It took Rupa Goswami 1515 he started, but writing 1530, 15 years to write this scripture. हम लोग उसको 15 क्लास में खत्म करने वाले. वाह वाह. 15-20 साल लगा उनको, हम इतना जल्दी खत्म करने वाले. And it took Jiva Goswami 30 years to edit this book. My God. Because whichever Rup Sanatan, whichever book they used to write, they used to give Jiva edit. He was scholar. He was very fast at processing. More scholarly. उसको editing के लिए सब मिल जाता था. You should take, okay, ये, fine. See, can you imagine Jiva Goswami, when Rup Goswami was writing the book, he was the person who used to make the ink, he used to make the paper, and used to see his Gurudev is writing. Okay. He was a new Bhakta that time. And when Gurudev used to get tired, he used to massage his body, massage his feet. And after 15-20 years, he became the editor by service attitude. You see? So it took so many years for our acharyas to write these books. They have written it with so much deliberation. So let's go. There is Krishna, there is Krishna. But before going to Krishna, we want to know what is this auspiciousness, Prabhuji. Invoking auspiciousness is called Mangalacharan. Mangalacharan kya hai? Se Mangalacharan haya trivida prakar vastu nirdesh ashirvada namaskar. So anytime you are doing Mangalacharan, before you do any activity, you should do Mangalacharan. Mangalacharan is to invoke auspiciousness. There are 3 ways to do it. What is that? Vastu nirdesha. Vastu Nirdesh means you make it very clear who is your object of worship. आप किस या कौन है, ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है, आप क्या चाहते हैं. That is Vastu Nirdesh. Correct. Second is Ashirvad. You look for, what this literature is going to give you. ये पढ़ के क्या मिलने वाला है आपको. What blessings it is going to give. And the third one is called as Namaskar. You offer obeisances. These are the three ways to actually offer the Vastu Nirdesh. Some of you are going to do Bhagavatam course also. If you see in Bhagavatam, the first sloka of Bhagavatam, which is the Sambandha Gyan, actually it speaks about the Namaskar. Second verse speaks about Vastu Nirdesh, Bhagavatam. We'll discuss in detail. If some of you are coming there, you can come. And the third verse speaks about Ashirvad, the blessing offered by Bhagavatam. So that's just the three Mangalacharan of Vyasdev. Correct? So here also, what is Mangalacharan, we'll understand through this. So we see, and you can also try to identify what is. So this verse, what is it exactly? Which part? You all think. I'm not going to give you answers so easily. Correct? So what exactly, which is this? Is Vastu Nirdesh? Is the objective of the book given here? Is it Namaskar or is it Ashirvad? Think and you have to give me the answer later. Abhi aage badhte hain. Think over it. I'm going to give you all of you the PPT, everything will be given. So the first line itself is called as Akila Rasamrta Murti. Yeah, Akila Rasamrta Murti hai kya? Akila means what? Unlimited. Rasa Amrita we already saw. Murti is personified Krishna, the embodiment of all rasas. So this is a beautiful shloka in Bhagavatam 10:43-17. This is when Krishna and Balram are entering into the Kamsa's arena. Mallanam Shanendranam Naravara Strinam Smaro Murtiman Gopanam Swajano Satam Shiti Bujam Shashtasva Pitro Shishuhu Mrityor Bhoja Pater Virata Vedusham Tatvam Param Yoginam Vrishninam Paradevate Vidito Rangam Gatastagrija. So different people saw Krishna differently. That is the rasa. How Krishna is different rasa with everyone. You see, Mallanam means Shala, Toshal, Chanur, Mushtik, the Malyudis. They saw Krishna as lightning. Wow, ये तो बिजली की तरह चमक रहा है. So these people got uh, astonished. Nrinam, the men there, they saw Krishna as Naravaraha. Are he is the best among us. He is Mr. Universe. Strinam, the ladies there, they saw Krishna as Cupid. So they got enchanted by Krishna. Yes. Gopanam Swajana. Other Gopas there is Swaja, Apna Krishna, Apna Abhinyu. Asatam Shiti Bujam. Asatam means atheistic. Shiti Bujam means kings. The atheistic kings who were present there, they saw Krishna Shashta. They got fearful. He is going to chastise us. Swapitro Shishu. The all these elderly Gopas, they saw Krishna as a baby. Vatsalya ras. Mrityur Bhojapati. Bhojapati is Kamsa. He said, "Arey, mera mrityu aa gaya. I'm going to die, man. I'm going to die." Avidusham, the unintelligent Gyanis, they saw Krishna as Virat Purush, whom they try to meditate. The yogis present there saw Krishna as Param Tattva. That means Tattva whom we meditate, he is the source of the Paramatma. Vrishnis, the family members of Krishna, saw him as Paradevateti, the supreme worshipable object. So you see, there is one Krishna who's coming there, but every person is feeling a different rasa with Krishna. How many of you could feel it? How many of you could visualize it? So this is what Krishna is called Akila Rasamrta Murti. He's the same person, but he can provide different experience with details. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So that's what makes Krishna Akila Rasamrta Murti. Now one may ask a question, where is Krishna mentioned? Is Krishna mentioned here, Prabhu, in any ways? Yeah. So Krishna is called as Vidhu. How is Krishna Vidhu? Vidhu has very beautiful meanings. Vidhu Jayati. Vidhu Jayati means he surpasses everybody with his excellent qualities. Even the qualities, 64 qualities of Krishna are mentioned in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu later on. Vidhu means one who is very wonderfully marked with the Srivatsa Chinna, where Lakshmi stays. Vidhu means one who defeats all, जो सबको हरा देते हैं. Vidhu means Vidadati, who gives everything, is called as Vidhu. Vidhu means Vidhunoti, who cleanses all the dirt. That's why only Krishna is called as Mukunda. Nobody else can give mukti. Yes, Narsimhadev killed Hiranyakashipu, he came back again. Varadev killed Hiranyaksha, he came back again. Rama killed Ravan and Kumbhakaran, they came back again. Only when Krishna killed Dantavakra and Shishupal, they got mukti. Mukti is given only by Krishna. So that's why only he is called as Mukunda. Correct? So that's all names indicate Krishna is Vidhu. So the word Vidhu Jayati, the last one, Vidhu, means Krishna. So Krishna is mentioned in a very indirect manner for his different wonderful functions. Is it okay? Now one by one we'll see the function from Bhagavatam. So this is, see, Bhagavatam's verses, I may recite the whole verse, but I'll focus only on that part which contains our substance. I'll follow this whole teaching. Vijaya Rata Kutumba Atat Tatotre Drita Haya Rashmi Tach Shirye Kachaniye Bhagavati Rati Rastume Mumukshor Yam Iha Niriksha Hata Gata Swarupam. So here Bhishma Dev is praying that I want to meditate on Krishna. Who is that Krishna? Yam Iha Niriksha. Upon casting whose glance, Hata Gata Swarupam, everybody who died in front of him, or everybody who got the glance of Krishna, or upon whom Krishna glanced, they all got their original form, Swarupa, after death. Yes. In the battlefield of Kurukshetra, there were three kinds of people. The first category of people were those who were actually envious of Krishna. Who were envious of Krishna went to Brahmajyoti. There was some category of people who were neutral to Krishna. Krishna, okay, kya badi baat hai. They were not envious, they didn't love Krishna also. These people got Vaikuntha. On the other hand, those who had some little bit of affection, love, or some positive, favorable disposition towards Krishna, they got Golok Vrindavan Dham. So this is the power of Krishna's glance. That's why it's called Vidunoti. He cleansed everybody's sins and sent them back to Godhead. Vidunoti. So Yam Niha Niriksha Hata Gata Swarupam. This is the most important line. Next. Now this is a shloka which is spoken by Uddhava. How Krishna surpasses all. Again, I am focusing on only this word. Kirita Kotedita Pada Pitha. All the demigods, Chira Lokapala, who are the Lokapalas, demigods, what would they do? They come and put their millions of helmets on Krishna's lotus feet. Putting the helmet on lotus feet means what? That means I want your dust. I'm nothing, I'm insignificant. My post and position I surrender unto you. Everybody. So this means Krishna surpasses all. Again, Vidhu. They all go to Vishnu. They don't go to Vishnu. They say go to Krishna specifically. It's mentioned. Uddhava says this. Kirita. Kirita means the helmet. Kotyedita. Crores of demigods. Padapita. They go and keep it on his feet. Again, Krishna is bestower of bliss. This is spoken by in the Bhagavatam by Shukadev Goswami. Yasyananam makara kundala charu karana brajat kapola subagam savila sahasam nityotsavam natitrapur drishi bhippi bantyo naryo narascha mudita kubida nimeshascha. So whoever it is, Nari or Nara, mudita kupita nimeshcha, they used to become angry. Why angry? Because there is something called blinking. So all the women and men who used to be taking darshan of Krishna's beautiful form, I'm not describing the beauty because that's not the subject matter. The subject matter is they felt so blissful that who the hell is this creator Brahma? Why he created these nonsensical eyelids that to keep blinking again and again? So they all cursed. Brahma ko bahut gali pada hai. Such a beauty is Krishna. So they used to be so satisfied with the beauty. So Krishna is bestower of all bliss. They used to be so blissful. Nityotsavam na tatrapur drishivik pibanti. They used to drink his beauty and experience bliss. Nityotsavam, every day was festival. Seeing Krishna is festival. Every day darshanarthi is festival. Why? Because it's a darshan of Krishna that one is seeing. Right? It's a festival. Janmarkaलीलोपैकं स्वयोग माया balam darshayata grihitam vispapanam swasya cha saubhagariddhi param padam bhushana bhushanangam. The main important line is vismapanam swasya cha, his own amsha, saubhagariddhi, who's full of opulence. Who's that? Lakshmipati, Vaikuntapati. Saubhagariddhi here refers to Narayan. So Narayan himself would get astounded and bliss. He would develop bliss upon seeing Krishna. That is when Narayan stole the sons of Brahmana just to get the bliss of Krishna darshan. So he's not only bestowing bliss to Naranari, he's offering bliss to even Narayan. Such a person is Vidu. Okay. Now coming to the gopis. Who are these gopis? There's a beautiful mention of all the gopis in Bhavishya Purana. Gopali, Palika, Dhanya, Vishakhanya. No, it's not Vishkanya. It's Vishakha, Anya, Dhanishtaka, Radha, Anuradha, Somabha, Taraka, Dashami. So these are the 10 special gopis mentioned. So Gopali is the head of a group friendly with Chandravali. Chandravali is Radharani's rival. Palika is a friend of Chandravali. Dhanya is an unmarried gopi. Vishakha is Radharani's Sakhi. And Dhanishta. Dhanishta is Lalita's friend. Radha, Lalita is Anuradha. And Chandravali is called here as Soma Abha. Soma means what? Soma means moon, Chandra. Avali means the effulgence of moon. And Abha means the rays of moon. So Chandravali is rays of moon. So she is also called as Soma Abha. And she is Radharani's competitor. No one may ask, Prabhu, ye kya I'll tell you, don't worry. Taraka is Radharani's distant Sakhi and Dashami is another gopi. Why this Radharani, Chandravali? What exactly this is? Simple. Radharani is called the left-wing gopi. She comes from the heart of Krishna. So she is the head of left-wing gopis. And Chandravali is a right-wing gopi. Little bit you should know. We are not qualified to study so deeply. She is the right-wing gopi. So Chandravali thinks we are Krishnas. That is their philosophy, their right-wing gopi thought. And Radharani thinks Krishna is mine. That is the left-wing thought. So in spiritual world also there are leftist and rightist. Hare Krishna. Left is right is there in spiritual world. This here is a perverted reflection. So the beauty here is, I'll tell you, all these gopis. Now there are in this verse, there are some gopis mentioned. So there's a rasa here also in these gopis. I'll show you. Here, Kalita and Shama. Yes, Taraka, Palika, Shamala, Lalita and Radharani. Taraka and Palika, these are the two gopis who are servants of Krishna. Shama and Lalita are actually friends of Krishna, they're equals. But Radha Priya, Radharani is special, she is superior to Krishna also. So three kinds of rasa, even in Madhurya Ras, there are three. Madhurya Ras is highest. First of all, among all the Akila Rasa, the rasa mentioned is Madhurya Rasa. But even in Madhurya Rasa, there are three types. There is servant Madhurya Rasa, friendship Madhurya Rasa, and ultimate Madhurya Rasa with Radharani. Radharani is superior actually to Krishna. So here is where we find the mention of all the gopis. Okay. So this is from 10 gopis are mentioned. So we saw in that only Palika, Taraka, these mentions we get. Lalita, Shama, and Radha. Now we need to understand Radharani is special. So Kartik Mahatmya mentioned Yata Radha Priya Vishnu Tasya Kundam Priyam Tata Sarva Gopeshu Sarvaika Vishnor Atyanta Vallabha. So we'll just focus on the Yata Radha Priya Vishnu. Radha is very dear to Vishnu. The Vishnu is Krishna. Tasya Kundam Priyam Tata, and her Kunda is also dear to Vishnu, Radha Kunda. But Sarva Gopeshu Saiveka, among all the gopis who are serving Krishna, Vishnor Atyanta Vallabha. She is the most dear. She is special. Radharani is always special. And Rupa Goswami is servant of Lalita Sakhi. And Lalita Sakhi is the servant of Radharani. So we are all coming in the line of Radharani. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur also said the same thing. We are not devotees of Krishna. We are not devotees of Krishna. We are devotees of Radharani. Because we are Rupanugas. Why we worship Krishna? Because Radharani worships Krishna. Or Radharani tells us to worship Krishna. So we are all devotees of Radharani. That is actually the meaning. We are all Radharani's. So where is Radharani in Bhagavatam? One may ask. Bhagavatam mein Radharani hai nahi. No, Radharani is there in Bhagavatam. Anayaradito nunam Bhagavan Haridishwarah Janno Vihaya Govinda Pritoyam Manayadraha. That lady, that gopi, Anaya, वो लड़की, आराधितो नूनम, बहुत अच्छे से आराधना की है कृष्ण की, surely, नूनम. That is why Bhagavan, Hari Ishwara, Krishna, who is Hari, who can steal all Amangala, Hari, Ishwara, supreme controller, Yanno Vihaya Govinda, that Govinda, हम सबको छोड़ दिया, Vihaya, he is given up. And Pritoyam, उसके प्रेयसी के साथ, who is most dear to him, Anayadraha, अकेले कहीं चले गए. Yes, he took her to a very secluded place and is enjoying alone. So the gopis understand. They call her as Aradito. There's a reason why Radharani's name is not mentioned. See, if Shukadev Goswami he says Radharani, he will go into ecstasy and he will faint for months together. And Parikshit Maharaj has how much time? He has only 7 days. And when it came to 10th canto, he had only 3 days left. So now Shukadev Goswami cannot afford to faint. That's why he doesn't take the name of his mistress so easily. He says Aradito. She is called as Aradhana. And Radha comes from the root of Aradhana only. So Radharani is mentioned in Bhagavatam. You are going to get the PPT, don't worry. So this is the second verse now. We are going to verse number 1 ho gaya, 2. Now other verses will go very quickly. Hridiyasya preranaya pravartitoham varakarupopi tasya harer padak kamalam vande chaitanya devasya. So now Rupa Goswami is telling that in my heart, Hridiyasya preranaya, I got inspiration in my heart. And that is why pravartitoham, that is why I am writing this book. Based on the inspiration from the heart. Varaka rupopi, but on the other hand, I am a fool. I am a foolish person. Varaka rupa means foolish. Now, Jeev Goswami is commenting on every single verse of Rupa Goswami. So, whenever Rupa Goswami criticizes himself like this out of humility, Jeev Goswami gives another. Varaka he translates as the most intelligent person. So, he says Varaka is not the most foolish person. Varaka means most intelligent. He proves it through Sanskrit. Tasya harer padakamalam. So, thus, I offer my obeisances unto the lotus feet of Hari, who has come in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yes, so he first offers obeisances to Lord Chaitanya, who is Gaura Hari, right? He is also Hari. So similarly, Prabhupada also, he worships whom? He worships Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, his Guru. Now if you see, Rupa Goswami's Guru is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's why he is worshipping his Guru. Right? He is worshipping Chaitanya Devasya. So he is also, Prabhupada is also writing his obeisances to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So here he asks blessings, he is asking the duty of writing nectar of devotion. Same thing. Next, third verse. Vishrama mandirataya tasya sanatana tanor madishasya bhakti rasamrta sindhur bhavatu sadayam pramodaya. So next Rupa Goswami, he says that this Sanatan Goswami is Mad Ishasya, he is my master. Actually, Rupa Goswami never directly considered Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to be his Guru. He considered Sanatan Goswami to be his Guru and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to be his Guru's Guru. So Sanatana Tanor, inside the body of Sanatan, who is my Lord, Mad Ishasya. Vishrama Mandirataya Tasya. Lord Chaitanya always stays, does Vishram. He is staying eternally in the heart of the Mandir, the body of Sanatan. So Sanatan ka body is compared as Mandirataya. It's a Mandir. Or Bhakti Rasamrta Sindhu Bhavatu. Let the Bhakti Rasamrta Sindhu be written. Sadayam Pramodaya. Let it give pleasure to Sanatan Goswami. So actual prayer, this Mangalacharan, is for Sanatan Goswami. Because he is telling Vishramata that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu resides in the heart of Sanatan. So he is offering obeisances to his Guru Sanatan. Here Chaitanya Dev is Sanatan's Guru. He is my Guru's Guru. Got it? So similarly, Prabhupada offers obeisances to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur and Rup Goswami, both. Under whose inspiration I am writing summary study. He is writing Bhakti Rasamrta Sindhu, I am writing summary study. Yes. So Rupa Goswami begins his book by offering obeisances to Sanatan Goswami, his elder brother and spiritual master, both. Prabhupada is writing this, and he prays that Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu may be very pleasing to him. Bhavatu Sadayam. Let it always be pleasing to him. For his pleasure, let me be conscious of it. So much prayers he is doing before starting. And he further prays that by residing in that ocean of nectar, Sri Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, may always feel transcendental pleasure in the service of Radha and Krishna. Let him feel that. That's what he's right. Next sloka. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhau Charata Paribhuta Kala Jalabhiya Bhakti Makaran Ashilita Mukti Nadikan Namasyami. I'll tell you what is this. So let Sanatan Goswami Paribhuta Kala Jalabhiya. Let him be in this ocean of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu and constantly Charataha. Let him keep swimming. Let him keep swimming in this Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu ocean. Who? Sanatan Goswami. So let him keep swimming here and experience the swimming in the service of Radha Krishna. Swimming in that ocean. But there are more swimmers in this ocean. Please understand, Sanatan Goswami is not the only swimmer. There are more swimmers. Who are these swimmers? The Bhaktas. The Bhaktas are the other swimmers. And these Bhaktas are compared to Makar, sharks. Now there's one reason the sharks, Bhaktas are compared to sharks, because they are swimming in the ocean. But there is one more reason. Shark is very, very sharp and focused. You see, shark is focused in its objective. And the devotees are also like these sharks. Bhakta Makaran. All these shark-like devotees, let them swim in this Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu ocean. Ashilita Mukti. They are not interested in Mukti, which are like the different Nadikan, the different rivers. Because ultimately all the Nadis, Nadikan, all the rivers have to go and enter into the ocean ultimately. So the different rivers are compared to the ocean. Correct? And these devotees, Bhakta Makaran, they love to swim in the ocean of Bhakti Rasam Sindhu. And all other process like Karma Kanda, Sakam Karma, Dhyana, they are also compared to the other oceans, other rivers. Only Bhakti is compared to the ocean, because ultimately all the marg, eventually one has to come to the yoga ladder. Where does it end? Bhakti. So these Bhakta Makaran, the sharks never ever enter into rivers. You will never find a shark in a river. Shark will only and only swim in the ocean. And such, I am offering obeisances to all such Bhakta like sharks. The great devotees, the great acharyas, the holy teachers, all of them are like the sharks. On the other hand, the foolish impersonalists are those fellows who are in the river. Useless. There is no depth for a river. There is no ultimate. Ultimately, river also has to flow and come to the ocean. So pure devotees never will go to the river. They will go to the ocean of Bhakti Rasamrita. Not to the river of Karma Kand and Jnana, Dhyana, etc. Next. See, this is a shloka from Bhagavatam, which actually Vishnu speaks to Durvasa, which tells clearly why Bhaktas are not interested in the rivers of liberation. Matsevayam pratitam te salokyadi chatushtayam nechanti sevaya purnaha hutonyat kala viplutam. See, Vishnu is telling Durvasa Muni, Matsevaya pratitam te. So, when somebody does my service, Salokyadi Chatushtayam, automatically liberation, namely Salokya, Sarupya, Samipya, Sarshti, we'll see all what are these liberations. 4 types of liberations. They are automatically achieved. But still, Nechanti Sevaya Purna. My devotee does not even want these liberations. Why? Because he is completely Purna, or experiencing completeness in my service. Kuto anyat kala, what to speak of? Kuto anyat, baki cheez ka kya hai? Kala viplutam, which is anyway going to be destroyed by time. Heavens are going to be destroyed by time. Materialistic pleasures of this world are going to be destroyed by this time. Why this devotee is bothered? He is not bothered about anything else. So that is why the Bhakti Rasa, why the sharks don't leave this ocean of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu? Because of this reason. They are completely fulfilled in that ocean. They are not interested in the petty, small, shallow rivers. Fifth, Mimamsaka Vadabhagne Kathinamapi Kuntayan Asojivam Smuratau Sanatana Suchiram Tava Bhakti Rasamritam Bodhi. So, Prabhupada and Rup Goswami both are what they are telling. They are saying that Mimamsakas are logicians, the Karma Kandi, the Karma Mimamsakas, the impersonalists, they are all, their speech, Jivam, anything that comes from their tongue, Kuntayam, it gives a lot of anxiety. Yes, they only can, their words, their Jiva can only give anxiety. There's such philosophy, the philosophy that they speak, they can only give Kunta, anxiety. Yes, Kathi, but they are compared to what? Vadabhagne. They are compared to volcanic eruptions. They are compared to volcanic eruptions. Vadabhagne Kathinamapi. Got it? So the difficulties, Kathinaya, the difficulties posed by these logicians, foolish grammarians, Sanskrit scholars, and all these people, Rupa Goswami is praying to Sanatan. May my literature be protected from these fools, from the impersonalists, karma kandis, Sanskrit scholars. May all these people not disturb my beautiful Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Disturb nahi karna chahiye. Yes? Kuntayam. So let their anxiety not come to me. But it will anyway not come. Mainly why? Because Spuratau, my spiritual master will protect me. Sanatanam. He'll protect me. And another thing is Suchiram Tava Bhakti Rasamrita Bodhe. We are in what? We are in ocean. Imagine there is a mountain which is erupting volcano, but that volcano is falling in ocean. Kuch hoga kya? What will happen if volcano comes in ocean? Ocean ko kuch nahi hoga, volcano khatam ho jayega. So that's what he's telling. Because I'm protected by Sanatan Goswami and he is there in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, the ocean of Bhakti Rasam Bodhi, all these foolish arguments will all be thoroughly defeated. That is the confidence Rup Goswami has in Bhakti and his spiritual master. None of them can disturb me. Yes, he's worried about the disturbance, but he's praying out of humility, let these rascals not disturb my wonderful work. Next. Bhakti rasasya prastutir Akila Jagan Mangala Prasangasya Agnena Pi Mayasya Kriyate Suhridam Pramodaya. Why am I writing this book? He's telling you. This is the Ashirvad. Bhakti Rasasya Prastutir. I am presenting Bhakti Rasa. Akila Jagan Mangala Prasangasya. This is going to be the supreme welfare activity for the entire universe. There is no other better Mangal, no better blessings than this. Agnenapi, even a fool. Maya asya krite suhridam pramodaya. I will make them also experience this pleasure of Bhakti Rasamrita. This is great hope for us. We are all those fools. We are Agnenapi. We are not understanding any Sanskrit. We don't know any Shastra. Agnena. We don't know anything. We have not read Vedas. We have not read Upanishads. We don't know any of this Shastra. No problem. I am here writing this book especially for this kind of audience. Agnenapi. Even the Agnyas. Fools. Agnya, Prabhupada in that particular shloka in Bhagavad Gita 4.40, Agnyascha Ashraddhadanasya Samshayatma Vinashyati. In that, Agnya is compared to animalistic person who is still attached to animalistic pleasures of lust, pride, greed, envy, illusion. He is called as Agya. So we all are practically foolish. We don't know Shastra and we have those vestigial tendencies. Agya. Agya api. मूर्ख को भी जो है ये भक्ति रसामृत सिंधु समझ में आएगा. हरि बोल. प्लीज स्माइल करो. जगत मंगल होने वाला है बाय जस्ट प्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ भक्ति रस. सो मेरे को प्रभु जी समझ में आएगा क्या? नहीं आएगा. डू नॉट बॉदर. रूप गोस्वामी इज टेलिंग यू विल अंडरस्टैंड एंड वी शुड हैव दैट कंप्लीट फेथ इन रूप गोस्वामी. So I had told that I'll be taking 15 minutes extra. but however, I'm pausing my discussion here. I intended to discuss the first 10 verses, but I spent quite some substantial time in uh, the preface and also revision. So we'll quickly revise what we studied in the next 2 minutes because time is less. So revision. What did we study today? Very quick revision. We were able to see this much, no problem. So we saw the first verse. We understood what is Mangalacharan today. Vastu Nirdesh. That means what is the objective of the book? Ashirvada, blessings. Sorry, what blessings it will provide, and Namaskar is offering obeisances. These three are the Mangalacharans. Then we saw how Krishna is Akila Rasamrta Murti. He's having rasa with everybody practically. Where is Krishna mentioned? Krishna is mentioned as Vidu. We saw the different meanings of Vidu, and we saw the different proofs of why Krishna is called Vidu. Because he deliberated the demons, he surpasses all the demigods and everybody in this universe. He is bestower of bliss for all persons in Vrindavan, and also Supreme Lord Vishnu, Vaikuntapati. And then we saw these gopis. How two gopis are subordinate to Krishna, two gopis are equal, but Radharani is special. She is superior to even Krishna. And Radharani is mentioned in the Shastra, for one, in Bhagavatam, as Aradhana, Aradito Nunam. And here, in the second verse, he takes blessings of Mahaprabhu indirectly, actually taking blessings of Sanatana Goswami, his guru, that let this literature give him pleasure. And let Sanatan always stay and live and experience the pleasure of Bhakti Rasamrta Sindhu in this ocean. And not only that, along with Sanatan Goswami, I offer my obeisances even to other devotees, other bhaktas, who are like sharks, who swim in the ocean and don't go to the foolish rivers of liberation and other paths. And we saw in this proof shloka that why devotees are the sharks who don't go to rivers, because they are fulfilled. Then all the obstacles should not disturb me, but they cannot disturb also, because we are in the ocean. Volcanic eruption inside ocean will easily absorb it. And finally, for whom is this Shastra presented? It is for everybody, Jagata Mangala Prasangasya. But especially even the fools, do not worry. Even you fools, you read by my mercy, my work of Bhakti Rasamrta Sindhu, you will also experience the Pramodaya, the bliss of Bhakti Rasa. You will experience. So next time when we come, we will see the contents of this book. Why this is called as Purva Vibhag? What exactly are the contents of this book? What are the contents of this wing of the book we are going to study, the first 19 chapters? We'll see that, and we'll also study what are the definitions of Bhakti, where the book begins with the definition of Bhakti. Because this is the first class, I request some of you to share some feedback. How was your experience? So accordingly, I'll improve my presentation, my content, and my delivery. If need be, we can end the YouTube, but I want to hear from some of you.